but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Dumped off to his running back. Free inside the 30. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, my little... in this booth, because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning from the 18-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Dax Hill up for the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Set up.
Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 8. Wow, it's free again. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is a huge loss on the play. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Browning. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
They'll try and punch it in. Barrels in for the touchdown. The Bengals blowing them out now, 34-zip. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a 1st down off this defense just yet. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans. And he gets... reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They go play action here. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. Remember, they got it back on the fumble to end the first. Setting up the screen. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Gotta think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. First down from the red zone. Setting up the running back screen. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll send him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead off the turnover. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick him. The line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's Browning. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Here's Browning now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue adding on to that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 34. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. punter making his way out now. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Bengals football. The Bengals and this running back headed back out for a new series. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we gotta assume this drive, Brock, likely gonna end in a touchdown as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Has a hole left, room to run. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals running away with it in the second quarter. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Pearson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The offense headed back to the field. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Evans. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They kick the running back in motion. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Bengals returning their offense and this running back to the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Gets them a couple there, in a very good spot now with 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check, check. Here we go. Bronco switch, smash, smash. Shot alert, get up.
It's a design boot. The back's got it. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost him points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown.
On the set.
Backed up just a bit. Here's another 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Browning. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10 now. He's got, Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Collects this at the 32. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. He throws a bullet to this. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Seahawks and quarterback Jake Browning ready to go once more on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They motion the tight end over. A give to Evans. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's another carry for Evans. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Arthur Mollett there to bring him down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back now, pressure on its way. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Begins his return at the 16. And after the dive, they're set up with some decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's got room to roam here. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Reaches the end zone. Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. Going after up and good by McPherson. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Their offense running back out now. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scramble. First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Browning. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow their lead off the turnover. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the end zone leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations, but my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone, and it's his effort, it's his want to, it's his will that has carried this offense forward for much of the game.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. They go play action on first. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, he hops on the ball and he saves the day. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. He's got this at the 27. And he gets what he can by diving down, but they're still backed up a ways to begin this series. Took the return wrong direction there. Not sure what was going on. Actually loses yards. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. They'll run here on first down. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he'll get it up to the 27. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run.
Up to the races, middle of the field. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown. The Bengals can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running it with Evans. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Arthur Mollett there to bring him down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is Browning. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from him literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Go!
Throwing now, following the turnover. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. He tosses right to the short side. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Going after up and good by McPherson. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense getting all set for this series. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. To the air, Browning. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. On the handoff, it's Evans. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. Space past the 35. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown. The Bengals keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? This is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent, but in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's...
Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the... And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, he had a date with history, and now that football, and heck, maybe the jersey too, they've got a date with Canton and the Hall of Fame. That is a new single-game record for rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this credential. How about you, partner?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
This has been awesome, right at the intersection of luck and skill. The luck and the good fortune to get so many opportunities, but then that skill to deliver time after time after time.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Back out runs their offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Here he goes on the bootleg. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they take this in for the score. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh, man. Yet again, Brock, an inability to hang on to the football. I'm just going to guess might be working a little harder on ball security next week. Third straight series, they put it on the turf.
Yeah, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Any day that ends in Y, you're probably going to do it because this is incredibly frustrating to not hold on to the football. It's left them searching for answers, and I'm not sure anybody has right now.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals running them out of the building. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell, stopping you from reaching that end zone.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. Brown. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. This finds Evans, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Wow, it's free again! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Browning. Wow, it's free again! And he gets back on top of it, but wow, nearly handed them a 1st and goal. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Now it's a bootleg for him. Dumped off to his running back. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Free play here, let's see what he does. Setting up the screen. He has room past the 25. There he goes again. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides
penalty
and
is
take the
declined.
points. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Browning now. Finds Smith and Jigba. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Browning. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it!
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, then they're going to give you a shot at it to push that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. Extra point added on by McPherson. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's going to be cut by all. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. intercepted. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick-6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
Back to the air following the pick-6. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Breaks the... He's got the Cincinnati touchdown! From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Go.
Back to throw, Browning. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now it's Browning. Delivered to the sideline. Smith Njigba brings it in.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned.
Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Bengals are running them out of the building. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it, too. That one was on their defense.
Okay, ready? Ready? Let go!
Back now, pressure on. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Seahawks hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Complete over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. Throwing from the gun here. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here we go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here we go, set! Hut, hut.
On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. When we bring this game to a close, Brock, I think one of the stories we're all going to be talking about is the type of showing this guy's had, not spinning the ball, but running it.
It's been just gritty. It's been determined, Kate. It's been tough. When they needed a play, he's dug deep and he's willed this offense forward, coming through with the type of run the moment asked for. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Alert! Alert! Ready?
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they weren't afraid to keep running up that score to the point that records came and went on the way to victory. Their point total, Brock, actually eclipsed the old record of 72 points in a game, which was held by Washington since 1966. Now a new record stands, one of the great offensive showings we have ever seen. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.